starting with virtual memory. As introduced yesterday, virtual memory is nothing but it's an illusion to the process or an user that it has infinite memory with it. And process assumes that it is the only process executing in memory or CPU. So whatever the process demands, whatever the memory process demands, that much memory can be allocated to the process, provided that only the currently required part of that process is loaded into main memory. Entire process is not loaded. So in case of virtual memory, assumption is it allows execution of process that may not be completely in main memory. That is the major assumption. The entire process no need to load into a memory, only the part of the process that is currently required to get executed, that part is loaded in main memory. So it separates user logical memory from the physical memory. So only part of the program which needs to be in memory for execution, that is loaded. Logical address space means process, which can be much larger than physical address space. So if your memory is 4 GB, still you can load a process of 80 GB, or you can execute a process more than 4 GB, provided it is loaded step by step. It gives illusion of infinite physical memory. Need to allow pages to be swapped in and swapped out. In this case, swapping must be allowed because only the required pages will be swapped in a memory, and if that pages are not currently required, that can be swapped out from the main memory. So swapping should be supported. So virtual memory can be implemented via demand paging and demand segmentation. In previous session, we have seen what is paging and segmentation, which is called pure paging and pure segmentation without virtual memory addition. Virtual memory addition is called demand paging and demand segmentation. In our syllabus, we are going through demand paging part. Demand segmentation is not the part of our syllabus. So let's start with demand paging. In case of demand paging, we assume that we have same thing like main memory is divided into number of frames, and process or logical address space is divided into number of pages. And these pages are loaded into the frames as and when they are required. Not all the time the process will reside in main memory. The page which is currently needed, only that page is loaded into the frame. So to bring a page into memory when it is needed. With this is called demand paging. When you demand a page, that page is brought into main memory. It has less IO, input output requirement is less memory is required. If a process has 100 pages and only 10 pages are required at a time, only those 10 pages will be loaded in main memory. So requirement of main memory will be less, requirement of input output will be less. It will show faster response. So memory management unit no need to check for 100 available frames. It has to check only whether 10 frames are available. Only 10 frames, if 10 frames are free, the process can be loaded into main memory. So it's a faster response, and it can accommodate more users or processes. Many users or processes at a time can be loaded into main memory. So these are the advantages of demand paging or virtual memory. When page is needed, when you need a particular page, reference to it, means ask for that page to the memory management unit. Memory management unit will check whether that page is there in main memory. If yes, it will execute. If the page is not there in main memory, it will bring that page into memory. Not in memory, bring it to memory. But if you are asking for a page of a process which is already terminated or abort, in that case, this is invalid reference and you have to abort that process. In previous section, we have seen that paging protection mechanism is valid invalid bit, and valid invalid bit is associated with each frame. So if pages are loaded into that frame, then that bit is 1. And if pages are not loaded in the frame, that is invalid reference. the valid invalid bit is 0. So with each page table entry, a valid invalid bit is associated. 1 means it is in memory, 0 means it is not in main memory. So it is considered as page fault. Note down this term, page fault. If that page that we are demanding is not in main memory, that is considered as page fault. Initially, if no process is loaded into main memory is free, entirely free, all the bits are initiated to 0. So all initially valid invalid bit is set to 0 for all entries, and when you load a page into main memory, for that particular page which is loaded in the frame, that frame valid invalid bit will be set to 1. Let me give you one more example of valid invalid bit. So here we have logical memory. These are the pages, say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. We have divided our process into 8 pages, and this is a physical memory of 16 frames. And A, B, C, D, E, F. These pages are, what is this? The cylindrical shape is, Sonali, what we call this? Cylindrical shape. This is a back store, or it is your hard disk or secondary storage. So these pages, 5 pages are in back store, and A, C, and F, they are brought into main memory. A, C, and F brought into main memory. So these pages, 0th page is loaded in 4th frame. 0th page, that is page A, is loaded in 4th frame. So this bit is set to valid. First page, which is B, B is not yet loaded into main memory. It is still in the back store. So this bit is set to invalid. Page 2, that is page C, is loaded in frame 6. So this is valid bit. Page 5, that is page F, is loaded in frame 9. So this is valid bit. Is it clear? Valid and invalid? Note that all pages are not loaded into main memory. Only the required pages like A, C, and F are loaded, and their bits are set to valid. And rest of the pages are resting in the back store. If you refer to that page, it is not in the process of logical address conversion. So this is set to invalid. If you try to convert that address to physical address, it will lead, for example, it will point to the frame which is already allocated to any other page or any other process. So in that case, that will be a memory violation error. So valid invalid bit give us the protection from error violation, address violation. Is it clear? Valid and invalid bit? Let's continue with our presentation. Now, what is a page fault? In previous case, we have 3 pages loaded into main memory, and if any instruction requires a 4th page, which is not currently in main memory. So this memory management unit will raise a page fault. If there is ever a reference to a page, first reference will trap up by operating system. It is called page fault. Now page fault will check whether it is invalid reference, should be abort. But if it is not in main memory, if it is resting in backstore, then we have to get it into the main memory. So memory management unit has to first check whether there is an empty frame. If frame is free, there is a space, then swap the page into the frame and reset the tables, make this validation bit 1 and restart the instruction. But if frame is not free, then we have to apply some algorithm which is called page replacement algorithm. We have to remove the page which are currently in main memory, swapped out them into the backstore and create a space so that new pages can be bring into the main memory. Find some page is in main memory but not really in use, swap it out. It is decided with the help of algorithms. We are going to study 3 page replacement algorithms. And the performance of algorithm, it's decided with the page faults. Want an algorithm which results in minimum number of page faults. We have to decrease number of page faults. Some pages may be brought into main memory several times as per their reference. So look at this picture very carefully. This is our physical memory, this is backstore, and this is a page table. And here we have a process which is divided into pages. So which is the first step? We want one page, this page should be bring into main memory and this page should be swapped out from main memory. I want this page is referred. It is currently invalid. This page is currently invalid page. We want to bring it to main memory for further execution of a process, but main memory is full, there is no frames. So we have to find a victim frame. Victim means that frame we want to swap out from main memory to backstore. So first step is find victim frame, then swap out victim page to backstore. Now when that page is frame is moved to the backstore, not frame, a page which is loaded into that particular frame is moved to the backstore, make that entry invalid. That was valid initially, now we turn it to invalid. And then we have to bring this page into main memory, swap desired page in and make this entry valid. Is it clear?
Ma'am?
Yes, Shruti.
Ma'am, then what is fault?
What?
Means ma'am, valid, invalid, and I didn't get fault. That
Okay, I'll explain with this.
word.
This is visible. Page table, when pages are not in main memory, this slide is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, currently we have 3 pages in main memory, A, C and F. So for these pages, that is page number 0, 5 and 7, that is 0, 2 and 5, sorry, 0, 2 and 5, these frames, 0th page is loaded in 4th frame, 2nd page is loaded in 6th frame, and 5th page is loaded in 9th frame. These bits are valid bits, right? And all other bits are invalid bits. So now assume that all these frames, we have 16 frames, all these frames are engaged. There are some other processes, pages are loaded here. And we want page number D, that is 3rd page, should be loaded in main memory. But there is no space. So what memory management unit will do, it has to find some victim page. Victim page means the page which is not currently required. And how to find that victim page? We have to use any algorithm. We have to apply some algorithm which is called page replacement algorithm. There are different algorithms that we are going to study. FIFO, first in, first out. The page who came first has to leave main memory first. Then least recently used, LRU, which will check which page is not used in recent. So least recently used page can be chosen as a victim page, or optimal page replacement algorithm. It will check in future which pages are required in future. Then those pages are kept in main memory and other pages can be deleted. Now, suppose we apply some algorithm and we found that page number F is not going to be used, or this is a victim page. So we have to bring this page into the backstore. We have to swap this page. First step is find this victim page, then swap this page to backstore, move this page to backstore, and then make this bit. Page number F means page number 5. So page number 5, which is loaded in page frame number 9. When we remove this page from frame to backstore, now this frame didn't have any page. So make this entry invalid. For page number 5, make this entry invalid. And remove this 9 from this table, page table, and this entry will be invalid. Now we bring page number D, that is page number 3, into main memory at the same frame. We have to use same frame because we have created that space for new page. So page D is swapped in from backstore to main memory. Now for that particular page, that is page number 3, put 9 here. That is page 3 is now loaded into frame number 9, and convert this I, which is invalid, to valid. Is it clear now?
Now I didn't get the last part wherein page 3 is stored in 9.
So this is again one detailed diagram, steps in handling page fault. Suppose there is an instruction, say load M, and that particular page, CPU is executing this instruction and it was searching for variable M. So it will give a reference, and memory management unit will check, oh, it is that particular page is not in main memory because it is invalid page. So it is trapped by operating system. Now operating system will check whether that page is in backstore. Yes, that page is present in backstore. Then it has to search in main memory. Is there a free frame? If free frame is there, no problem. If free frame is not there, then we have to create a free frame. Suppose free frame is present. So bring that particular page in this free frame and change this entry. Here, write this frame number. That particular page is in frame number, say 2, and make this invalid entry valid. And then restart that instruction. Because now that page is in main memory, you can use the particular value, you can access or load or store the result in the particular value, and instruction is resumed again. Now is it clear?
But ma'am, if it is invalid bit and the data is not stored in back storage, then
That is stopped, that instruction is stopped here because that will be the case of abort. That particular page you are referring, suppose load M, and M is undefined variable, or that is not a page, or that is not loaded in backstore. That means that is invalid page. You are trying to access invalid memory. So that case is called abort case. That instruction is aborted and next instruction will start executing. So if there is no frame, yes?
got it. Thank you.
Okay, Sakshi. If there is no pre-frame, then we have to apply page replacement algorithm, find some page in main memory, but which is not really in use. These diagrams are, I'm going to share this PPT also with you. This is the self-explanatory diagram which explains how valid and invalid bits are used. Invalid doesn't mean that page is not there in backstore. For example, here page number G. If you are referring to page number G, so it will check for page number G, that is 6. 6 means invalid. So first step is check whether that page is available in backstore. That is not available in backstore, so that is aborted. If the page is available in backstore, for example, for D case, that is 3, page number 3 is not loaded in any frame, so it is not in main memory, invalid, but it is available in backstore, then we can swap in. But the page like G, which is not in backstore, the instruction is aborted, right? And when you want to bring that particular page in main memory, you need a space where to bring. So if there is a pre-frame, you can swap that page into that particular pre-frame. Now for that particular page, change this entry with this frame number, that is say 13, and make this invalid bit valid. But if all these frames are already occupied, there is no pre-frame, then you have to make frame pre with page replacement algorithm. You have to replace those pages which are currently in main memory with you want to bring pages into main memory. So choose a victim page, any page of say page number F or C or A, swap that page out of the memory and make the entry. A says A means page number 0. So it is currently valid. Now you are removing that A from frame number 4. So delete this part. Now page number 0 is not in frame number 4, right? Because you swapped it out in a backstore and make this entry invalid. Now you are bringing this page D in the place of A, where in frame number 4. But page number D is page number 3. So in here 3, write 4 here and make this be invalid bit valid. Is it clear or not? We have 8 pages, and out of those 8 pages, only 4 pages are loaded into main memory. 0th page, 2nd page, and 5th page, which is loaded in frame number 4, 6, and 9. Page number 5. And this is valid invalid bits, which is associated with each frame. Now, whenever page is loaded into main memory, for that particular page, this is valid bit. This is valid frame. This is valid frame. Here we have not allocated these pages into any frame. These are invalid frames. These pages are not in main memory right now. In backstore, now here I am going to use page numbers instead of ABC, so you won't get confused. So I have page number B. B is page 1. Page 1 is in backstore. Then D, which is page number 3, it is in backstore. And E, which is in backstore. A, B, C, D, E, F. That is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So these 3 pages are loaded in main memory and 3 pages are resting outside, and rest of the 2 pages are not loaded in main memory, G and H. Suppose we want to bring this 4th page into main memory. We want to bring this 4th page into main memory. So this is called page fault. The reference is for page number 4 and page number 4 is invalid. So this is called page fault. So it will check whether page is in backstore. Yes. So bring this page into main memory. First find a victim page. Now we assume that all these frames are not free. So these are the frames. This is page table. And this is main memory. here in 9th frame we loaded 5th page. In 6th frame we loaded page number 2, and in 4th frame we loaded page number 0. And rest of the frames we assume that they are not available for us. It is already occupied by some other process. And we are referring to page number 4. Page number 4 is not in main memory. It is set to invalid. So it will check whether page number 4 is in back store. Yes, but there is no space. So apply some algorithm, say FIFO, LRU or optimal, and we assume that this page is not currently required. So this is our victim page. So bring page number 2 into back store. Remove this page from this frame to back store. And what we have to do with this? Now page number 2 is not at page number 6. So delete this entry and convert this valid bit to invalid. Right? Now page number 2 is swapped out. This is called swapped out. Swapped out from main memory. So this frame is now free. This frame is now free. And we have to bring this page here. This is swapped in. Bring this page into this frame. And now 4th page. This is page number. 4th page is in page number 6. 4th page is in page number 6. So this frame is now valid frame, because it is referring to some page of a particular process. So this frame is valid frame. Now is it clear? Valid, invalid. When you load a page into a frame, then only frame is valid. If there is no page, we swap out page number 2 from frame 6. So for page number 2, this is invalid frame. Right? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So this diagram is abstract one. It shows these are the steps. First, find victim page, swapped out victim page to the back store. Here victim page was page number 2, which was loaded in frame number 6. We swapped out it and we made that entry invalid, changed to invalid. Then bring desired page into this particular frame, and for that particular frame now make entry valid for a particular page. So in case of page replacement algorithm, we want lowest page fault rate. Page fault means pages should be in main memory. If the page is not in main memory, it is called page fault. So algorithms should be such that we should reduce number of page fault. So evaluate algorithm by running it on a particular string of memory references. It is called reference string. Now reference string means these are the memory addresses required by a particular process, and one particular page may be required several times. A reference to that page, we can have a process can refer to a particular page several times. For example, variable m can be used several times. So need to bring that page continuously in main memory whenever it is required. So we are going to take this example. This is called reference string. Now this reference string indicates that these are the pages, page number 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, you need page number 1, 2, 5, page number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? These are the page numbers. And we assume that we have limited frames, and we'll start with this algorithm, first in, first out. So reference string means number of pages. part is visible. Note down reference string 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is our reference string. We are assuming one example, and no, assume that we have only 3 frames. This is our main memory. Assume that main memory is divided into 3 frames: 0, 1, 2, 3 frames. So now, first algorithm is FIFO, first in, first out. Here, the frame which entered into the page which entered first has to leave this frame first. So currently all the frames are free. No page is loaded into main memory. First page is 1. So 1 is loaded here into 0th frame. Rest of the pages are empty. But still it is a page fault. We have to count page faults. If page is not in the frame, so then process refer to page number 1, but it is not in a main memory, so we have to bring this page from backstore into main memory, that is frame. But frames are free. Frames are free, so that page is brought into main memory. It is a page fault. Page fault 1. Now in case of 2, page 2 is not in frame, not in any frame. So we have to, but frames are free, so we can bring this page into frame. So page number 2 is brought into frame, but this is a page fault. This is a page fault. For page number 3, page 3 is not in main memory, but frame is free, so we have to bring this page into frame. This is a page fault. Is it clear what we are doing? We have a string of references. We assume that process already know which pages are required in what sequence. Pages is going to refer page number 1, 2, 3, 4 in this sequence. We have limited memory which is divided into 3 frames. So when first page arrived, it is allocated to frame, but it's a page fault. Second page arrived not in any frame, so it is a page fault. Third page arrived, frame is free, it is allocated. So these are 3 page faults. Now from here onwards, our page replacement algorithm starts. What is page replacement algorithm? The page who entered into the queue first. So you can use a queue if needed. Note that size of queue that we are going to use for implementation is circular queue, and size of the queue is number of frames. In our case, we are using 3 frames, so size of queue is 3. And these pages are arrived in this sequence 1, 2, 3. So which page is considered as a victim page? We want to bring this page number 4 into main memory, but there is no free frame. All the frames are occupied. So we have to find any victim page, and we want to swap out that page and bring page number 4 into main memory. So which will be the victim page here using FIFO? FIFO is first come, first out. So the page who entered into the queue first or in frame first should leave it first. So which will be the victim page here? Sachita? 1. Yes, page number 1. So this page is replaced by page number 4. So 4, 2, 3. This is again a page fault. Now this we are is referring to page number 1, but again page 1 is not in main memory. So we have to find a victim page. So which is a victim page? 2. So page number 2 is replaced by 1. 4, 1, 3. This is the page fault. So page 1 will enter into the queue and 2 we have to delete. Next is again 2 is referred, but 2 is not in a frame. So victim page is free. Bring 2 here. 4, 1, 2. And this is again a page fault. 2 is to 3. We have to bring page number 5. 4, 1, 2. These are the page faults. 5 is not in main memory. So find the victim page. It is 4. So 4 should be replaced by 5 and increase page fault. 5 is enough. At a time only 3 pages will be enough because Q is representing our frames, number of frames. Now next reference is 1, but 1 is already present, so it is called page hit. If page is requested and it is in main memory, it is page hit. It is not a page fault. So this will remain as it is. Page faults will remain 7. 2 is again a page hit. So nothing will happen. It will just continue. 2 is referred. Now page number 3 is referred and it is not in main memory. So we have to find a victim page. Victim page is 1 to 5. This 1 is replaced by 3 and 2 and increment number of page fault. Page number 3 is in main memory. Page number 4 is referred. It is not in a frame. So find out victim page frame with FIFO algorithm. So, 2 should go. It should be replaced by 4 and this is the page number. And lastly, page number 5 is referred, which is already in main memory. So total number of page faults with FIFO algorithm for this particular string, this is called reference string, is 9. You got this algorithm? FIFO. Now can you try using 4 frames? If you have 4 frames, calculate how many number of page faults. This is with 3 frames. If we have 4 frames, solve this problem with FIFO, calculate number of page faults. What it should do, if there are more number of frames means you are having more memory. Instead of 3 frames, if you have 4 frames, 1 more frame is there, then memory is increased. So page fault should reduce or page fault should increase or reduce?
Reduce.
Yes, page fault should reduce ideally. But just check whether when you have 4 frames, you should get less number of page faults. Are you getting it or not?
Ma'am, total page fault is the number of replacements we make, right?
Yes, yes. Every time when you bring a page into frame, if it is not there in a frame, then it is called page miss or page fault. Here we are not doing any replacements for 1, 2 or 3. Frames are initially free, but still these are the page faults because whenever memory is referred, the page was not found here. It has to bring from secondary storage. That's why it is page fault. When we found the page as in a main memory like here, so these are page hits. Second is 1 is already present, 2 is already present. So these are called page hits. What is the value of page fault with number of frames 4? Now, if we have 4 frames, so for 1, this is a page fault. Then for 2 is a page fault. 3 is a page fault. 4, that is also page fault. Now for 1, it is page hit. So there is no page fault. It will be as it is. It is already present in main memory. For 2, it is a page hit. No page fault. Now for 5, incoming page is 5 and we have to find a victim page. So which page should go?
1.
So 1 should go and 1 should be replaced by 5. So page number 1 should be replaced by 5. And page faults are 5. Next page is 1, but 1 is not in main memory. So 2 should go and 2 should be replaced by 1. This is a page fault. Now again reference is for 2 and 2 is not in main memory. So next victim page is with FIFO algorithm 3. So 3 should be replaced by 2 and this is a page fault. Next referred page is 3 which is not in main memory. So we need to bring this page, find a victim page is 4. 4 should be replaced by 3. 4 page should be replaced by 3, this is a page fault. 3 is in main memory. Now page number 4 is referred, which is removed from main memory, it is not currently available. So find a victim page is page number 5. 5 page is replaced by 4. Increase number of page fault. Next is page number 5, which is not in main memory. So victim page is 1, bring this page here. See the number of page faults. So when you use 4 frames, you are getting more number of page faults. The total page faults are 10. In case of first in, first out algorithm, it observes Beledi's anomaly. Beledi's anomaly is a term which is used when we increase number of frames. More frames should reduce page faults. We should get less number of page faults. But in case of FIFO, if you increase number of frames, you are getting increased or more number of page faults. So it shows Beledi's anomaly. Advantage of FIFO algorithm is it is very simple algorithm to implement. You have to just use one circular queue. It's easy to apply. Disadvantage is it is facing Beledi's anomaly, shows poor efficiency and not able to control page faults. In next lecture, we'll start with least recently used and optimal algorithm. Any queries in